Hi, Evan's here. Hi, it's me, Evan. I'm back to talk about the signs. If you're a twin flame or not. It's raining right now, and excuse me. I need some water, apparently. Excuse me. This is water and juice because it doesn't look like water, but it is water. I'm the weirdo that puts ice in their orange juice, and I put about this much orange juice, and then all the rest is water. And anytime I have any juice, it's like this much juice, and all the rest is water. I don't know why. Anyway, if you hear clickety clacking, that is the behemoth Italian Mastiff dog named Zeus, who is scared of the thunderstorm. So he's in here trying to lay down. He's got some. Can you get down? You need some help. Hold on, let me pause this. Okay, he's old and really, really large. If you look up an Italian Mastiff, I don't think that most of them weigh less than 110 pounds. My sister has big dogs. She has a bull mastiff that weighs over 130 pounds, and her name is Pearl, and she's the sweetest thing ever. She's like a giant tub of love. Anywho, going on a tangent. Yeah, so we're going to talk about sign number 5. This is sign number 5. The sign of, out of, I think, 9 signs, this is number 5. Oh, by the way, the last video number 4, I said at the end of that video that it was video number 5, and it's not. It's video number 4. This is video number 5, okay? And this is the video called Cleaning Up Your Poop. And I'm not talking about wiping your butt. I'm talking about the poop that we pass along through our family lineage. So I wrote this down. I don't know what is up with my voice, man. Excuse me. Sorry. Poop. This is my definition of what I wrote. Poop. The shit passed down from generation to generation. The bad stuff or rigid beliefs. The limiting traits, whether they're beliefs or actions, that keeps you from your growth, your expansion, or your healing. And so what does that mean, Evan? That means probably gotta go to therapy. And the really kind of cool thing is that you have, excuse me for that, you have different types of therapy you can go to now. There's the more traditional therapy, which is analytical therapy, and from what I understand, I've been told that is where you go and lay on the couch, and they do Freudian type of therapy with you, and you tell the person everything that's going on in your life, and then that licensed therapist, usually that's when you're seeing a psychiatrist, they will tell you how to fix your problems. They'll basically tell you, here's what's going on with you, here's how you deal with that, and then they probably prescribe you some kind of medication to go along with the therapy they're providing you. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's the way it was explained to me. And also, I'm not a doctor. I don't know if I said this earlier, so don't take any medical advice from me. These are just the therapy modes that I have come across in my lifetime when I have gone to seek out therapy for myself, and the things that I have found out about these therapy modes. The other therapy that I found was available is called cognitive therapy. And that's what I've used, because that is more of, to me, you're seeing your therapist and you're telling your therapist what's going on, but your therapist actually gives you homework based upon the things that's been going on in your life. So they'll tell you to read books, they'll tell you to read articles, they'll give you exercises to do. I have a grief therapist that I'm seeing right now who is a cognitive behavioral therapist, as well as other type of modes of therapy, which I'll get into that too. And she gives me homework. I had to go home and draw a picture of how I was feeling one day about certain things, and man, I was like, whoo. So yeah, there's cognitive therapy. The cool thing about cognitive therapy is that's the therapy I think is probably the best helping therapy, because you have to become aware. You learn ways to become more aware of your actions, thoughts, and feelings, and the things that are making you have those action, thoughts, and feelings. and how to engage in those experiences, whether you are forced or thrust into those experiences without you really being wanting to be the participant, or you're actively wanting to participate in certain experiences to get over certain fears or just experience those experiences. Having cognitive therapy, in my opinion, helps you be more aware so that you can say, oh, I'm about to have the thing happen that makes me go, and not want to do the thing that I really should be doing that I know I'm going to grow from. It really helped me become more self-aware. And I used meditation in conjunction with the cognitive therapy, and those two together. And I mean, I was just like, oh my God, I was way more easy to communicate some certain things to people around me without being triggered, so to speak, and having reactions instead of responses and having a conversation. The other therapy you can do, which is more for spiritual stuff versus the logical brain part, and I have used gong therapy. Well, it's not really therapy to me. It's just go get a gong bath, or you listen to gong sounds on the internet. It's frequency therapy is what I like to call it, because we're frequencies. We're vibratory beings. We're energetic beings, and energy vibrates. So it's kind of like cleansing your frequency, like taking a bath or a spiritual bath, so to speak. You can get gong baths, sound bowl baths. Some people will play binaural beats. So you lay and listen to headphones with music going on in the background and have these beats going back and forth. What else? Oh my gosh. I'm meditating in conjunction with music. Yeah, frequencies played at certain frequency spectrums. I think I already mentioned the frequency thing, but let me add that into that. What else? I feel like I'm missing something. If I'm missing something or someone thinks of something, add it in the thingy below so other people can be aware and try it out and see if it works for them. Man, now my voice is starting to get regular. I guess somebody didn't want me to get that out. I don't know. Excuse me. I'm trying to think of anything else regarding therapy, like any other types of therapy. And I can't really think of any. I guess that's it. Yeah, so, I mean, I could tell anybody, go clean up your poop, man. You need therapy. I can tell anybody that. But here's the thing. This is one of the signs, because you'll want to. I'm sorry. Should have prefaced this whole thing with that. You'll actually want to go clean up your shit. You'll want to clean up your poop. You'll want to go to therapy. You'll want to do the things to make yourself a better person, so you can be a better person, not only for yourself, but the other version of you, which is your twin flame, and anyone else that comes in contact with you, no matter what experience you're having, whether it's at work, if you don't have this, if you're not doing something spiritual for a job, or you're working for somebody else, if you're having relations with other family members, friends, whatever. Getting some motive therapy logically and spiritually really helps you. Spirit in the universe, and a lot of other people like to use the word getting into alignment. I like to call it adjustments. I have a huge thing with authority. I was in the Marines, and I did that for 4 years, and almost 4 years. I got kicked out. I was in the Marines as a woman, if anybody doesn't know. And if you haven't watched this channel or watched any of my other videos, then hello, I'm a trans person also. Hello. When I was a woman, I was in the Marine Corps. And yeah, I got kicked out. So I had a lot of rigidity up into my life for a very long time. And I just felt very boxed in, and just like felt like I had to do certain things a certain way. And then certain things happened in my life, and here I am. But yeah. So go get your therapy, because you're going to want to do it. If you really are a twin flame, you're not going to run away and hide from the other version of yourself, because you literally are dating yourself. In the previous video, I think I mentioned this. You are dating yourself. Yeah, digest that. I actually do. And no hype, no pulling the sheets over your eyes, no trying to pull the wool over your eyes, no trying to pull some bullshit, shoving it up, whatever. This is the real deal. This is really part of the definitive things that let you know you're a twin flame is you are literally dating yourself, folks. I'm not kidding. You'll want to clean up your shit. You'll want to be with you because you dig that version of you. That version of you in that other vessel is your twin flame, and you're the same energy in two separate vessels, okay? So you're going to want to clean the crap up because you're going to want to be with you because you enjoy being with that version of you, because that version of you is a reflection of you. And you realize through being with that person and doing this work that I'm speaking of, cleaning up your poop, through doing all that work, you get rewarded of having an even greater relationship with them. All the other things that you want to have and share in life, you get more of that as well. Plus you get this grand relationship with yourself. And you realize just how cool you are as a person, and that you're a likable person, and that anybody else that doesn't like you, you're not going out and going on other people's stuff. So anybody that throws any crap at your fan, that's their problem. And you realize that. You get to a place of neutrality almost, and you just are like, I'm living my life, and that's how it is, and I'm not doing anything to outwardly hurt anybody or say anything. Like I call it, staying in your own lane, doing you the best you can, in the most healthy way you can. Also, a lot of people will be like, why would I need to go to therapy and clean up my poop? Well, maybe you have habitual patterns of thinking or things that you do that you know are keeping you or getting in your own way and keeping you from the thing that you're trying to acquire, that goal that you've set out for yourself. Whatever it is you want, if it's the job, the material thing, the house, the car, the girl, whatever it is, the boy, whatever, the them, they, whomever, whatever it is that you're desiring to experience. If you want the best experience, then you gotta be able to clean up your I don't know another way to put it without going on a gazillion tangents. And I don't want to go on a gazillion tangents. These are the signs to know if you're a twin flame or not. This is not an easy journey. It's a very rewarding one if you're willing to put in the work. So yeah, go clean up your poops. Find some mode of therapy, whether it's cognitive therapy or cognitive behavioral therapy or analytical therapy. That brings me to the other one that I wanted to tell you about. My grief therapist, she's a cognitive behavioral therapist, but she also does EMDT. I believe that's what it is, EMDT therapy. It's used mainly for people that suffer from PTSD or CPTSD, which is pretty much the same thing. You can argue with me about it, but I asked her, I was like, pull out your manual. I want to know, I've been told I have PTSD. I want to know if I have it and if I have CPTSD. And she was like, well, it is basically the same thing. The only difference is if you have CPTSD, you are suffering from usually one or more or all of the symptoms that someone with PTSD has. So she pulled the manual out and read out, here's the symptoms. And she was like, okay, I want you to raise your hand every time you hear. Well, my hand was just stood like this. My hand was just like this the whole freaking time. So I have CPTSD, which is interesting because I was a service member. I was in the Marine Corps. I was an active duty person during Desert Shield, Desert Storm. However, I did not see war. So I was like, how the hell could I have PTSD? Well, there's other ways you can get it. I'm not going to go into that because, like I said, I'm not a licensed psychologist or therapist. But if you look it up or Google it, or if you're in therapy already, ask them and they'll pull off the manual, hopefully, and read it to you and you can find out all about it. Anywho. So let's clean up our poop, everybody. Let's figure out ways that we can accept ourselves and love ourselves and be content and happy and at peace with what we've done throughout the day at the end of the day. When people say, how do you sleep at night? How do you sleep at night? Do you go straight to sleep, or do you have worries on your mind and it takes you a while to get to sleep because you're so concerned about the other things that are rattling around in that head of yours, when really at the end of the day, If you're sticking to yourself, doing the things you should be doing, and cleaning up your stuff and not carrying all the baggage of all these other people, these beliefs and this rigidity that you think you're supposed to be doing, however that looks for you, then you'll be able to go to sleep pretty quickly, I would think. Unless you have some kind of clinical thing, which I don't know about. But anyways, I'm going on tangents nobody cares about. This right here is video number 5. This is sign number 5. Cleaning up your poop. You will want to. If you are a true twin flame, the minute you meet your twin flame and you guys start interacting with each other and expressing and sharing all these things that you've experienced in your lives before you met and realize, oh my God, I experienced exactly what you did, but in a completely different way, you'll go, we got stuff we need to look at. And whenever you're called out, like I talked about it in the last, I think I talked about it in the video number 3, I think it was. When you get called out on your behavior, they're not calling you out, but when they bring it up to you so you can be aware, you don't say, and run away. You go, huh. Like I said, you're like, oh, thanks, appreciate that. And you want to go take care of those things so that they don't keep coming up. And you're not carrying around the crap of other people. It really isn't your crap. That's what I'm saying. Generation to generation, crap gets passed down. Good stuff does too, don't get me wrong. All the wonderful traits that people love and like about you, that's generational traits too. Straight up. Don't forget that. Okay. Well, this is video number 5. I have taken the day off, and I'm going to go soak in the bathtub with a bunch of mineral salts and stuff because my leg hurts, and I'm going to go soak in a bath of salt to make my leg not hurt anymore because I had surgery on my leg a couple years back, and it's raining. It makes my leg ache, and I've been walking. So, cool. Y'all have a wonderful day. I hope it's awesome. I hope tomorrow's awesome, too. See y'all in the next video. Later.